Hello everybody, Sifd here again with another Soulstone Survivors run, and today I'm gonna be doing the Fire Apocalypse build with the Pyromancer. We're gonna use the runes we always use. For the damage runes we're gonna use Purity today, so we're not gonna go for debuffs, but we will go for a fire build, so it's gonna only be burn, maybe a bit fragility too. Let's go into the difficulty stage I've set up as I always play, and let's see how this goes. Now today's run is most likely going to be thematically appropriate, not appropriate, just straight up thematic. That means that it's not actually going to be a crazy good build or anything, but we're gonna have fun, we're gonna burn the stage, we're gonna fill the stage with pillars of flame or any fire skill I'm gonna pick up, because honestly, lately I've realized that I shouldn't be like, okay, we're gonna do this build, because most of the time I'm not finding them and then I'm getting frustrated. So let's just go with the flow, whatever we get. The only thing I really want to get, I guess, is Combustion or something. There is a skill that says every burned opponent around you explodes. So that's it, pretty much. The only thing I care about. We're gonna banish Fire Shield, I hate that thing. And let's go with Armor, because why not? But Sifd, why do you hate Fire Shield? You had it in a build and it didn't really do anything. Oh, wait, yeah, I get why you hate it. Top right corner, hopefully the heart's gonna appear. For the editor notes, it's the thing with the dogs with the flame rings. Yeah, we had dogs in that build if you want to go and see it. It was fun. Not good, fun. Let's roll. Conflagrate, this is the thing I wanted. By the way, the thing with explosion causes all enemies in a large area around you that are currently affected with burn or melting to explode, dealing damage. Now the idea is to go with this 5 times, and the 6th skill is going to be the starting one, Combustion. And hoping that the Combustion skill is going to become so big, so huge, that everything is burning all the time, because this like hits them pretty much every single second. And yeah, that's the idea, at least. And as you saw, that was the explosion. So I just want the opponents to explode boom, 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 boom all the time. Now, damage-wise, I'm not sure it's going to be good. It might be a bad skill. It might be a bad idea. But if this here says explode, so I'm assuming, at least that's the thought process here, that they will, if I increase the area enough, they will do a chain reaction. I mean, not exactly chain reaction, but they will like all explode, and then the explosions themselves are gonna hit all each other, right? Like, let's say there are 10 opponents, like here, like these XP gems are, all 4 of them explode, and all 4 of them hit all 4 of them, you know, and then clear the whole stage. I don't know if I'm explaining this good enough, but yeah, let's banish the Fateful Strikes. Let's get Magnetic. A damage increase on the Combustion. Not really on the Combustion, no, I wouldn't say I want that. I'm gonna say Relentless, and I don't want any of these. Flamethrower applies melting. Since when? I'm gonna take the flamethrower right now, as I really don't want to pick up things I think are trash. Crit chance or movement speed. I'm gonna say crit chance. Damage starts always already. I want to avoid getting things that are trash, and I think flamethrower is good enough with the melting that I should actually invest into it. Look at the elite dying instantly from the explosion of Combustion. 3, 2, 1, boom. Because it had around it too many opponents. I would say, almost rerolled here. Let's go with XP gain. None of these reroll. Meteor, not really. Of course, Light Beam is good, but we're gonna search what we want. I guess we're gonna get another Flamethrower. It's a bit sad here, but it's okay. Flamethrowers are really good in general, as melting makes opponents have less armor. Therefore, they're gonna take more damage, and the build is gonna slowly build itself. Fragility, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, shouldn't really fit. Maybe it fits with Combustion. I think Fragility is always a yes. Even if we lose 5% damage from the passive, we still, you know, on average do more damage, as a 3% stacking debuff is easier to make crazy good. Let's go with area. I would say I want Combustion to be pretty big. Of course, there was XP there, but still, area is the main thing. Now, the best thing we could obviously get is fire area or magical area. Yeah, that's it. Like, those are the things we want. Let's roll these. We got another flamethrower. That's not what I really want, but I guess we're gonna take it. Level up. Let's go block. I'm gonna slowly transition over to Conflagrate. I think the flamethrower in general is good, and that's what I said in the beginning. Like, I don't want to be fixed into the build itself right away, because this way, yes, I will be a bit frustrated, because I will be finding passives that say, this is definitely banish, I will find passives that say buffs lasting skills, and because this isn't the lasting skill, I'm gonna be triggered. But the thing is that this is a lasting skill, so we're gonna buff the one or lose the other, and we're gonna see in general how this is gonna look at the end. Reroll these, not Meteor Storm, honestly, reroll these, and we now got a random skill. Shouldn't have gone for the Meteor Storm, but you know, hindsight 2020 and whatnot. Let's go with Thunderclap. I don't know, and also it's another debuff, which we obviously don't want. We don't want to get random debuffs, so it is what it is. Look at the opponent having like 100 melting. So whoop, gets thunderstruck. Let's this is apply flames. I'm gonna take apply flames, why not? Damage increase on lasting. You see? Although the thing is that combustion, I'm gonna still take it. Like, yeah, combustion, I don't care about the damage of combustion, honestly. So this was the one thing I didn't want. But if I could have had like multicast so that applies more burn, I don't know what I would like. Actually, just area. Fragility applies bleed, we definitely don't want this. We don't want to apply random debuffs, and same goes with Venomous. We're gonna go Leviathan here, although we don't really want that either, but it is what it is. Now, the main bad thing, of course, is that the transitioning of this build to something else is going to be pretty hard. It's gonna take us a while to transition through 4 long skills, but it is what it is. As I said, we're gonna just go with what happens, man. Combustion is awesome. Multicast lasting. This is... I literally asked for this, and I didn't really want this. Right now, I'm getting levels on things I really don't want. It is what it is. It is... Whoa, the lightning strike. I love it. Flame wall, not really. I'm gonna say area. Magnetic is also good, but let's go area. Once again, the main issue here is combustion. Can I get area lasting? Lasting area. Damage on frontal. Nope. Multicast on lasting. I mean, this is a definite no, because I'm not gonna go with flamethrowers, man. Should I go with the flamethrowers? I wanna go with the Conflagrate. But Sifd, you literally said you're not gonna do what you're trying to do. Yes, I'm gonna try to do what I'm trying to do, man. I want to get the Conflagrate run. I mean, the flamethrower, I had similar things with this. I had already a thing that was applying a bunch of melting. I have done this thing. Area on this, definitely yes. Reroll these. 10% crit chance. Like... hopefully a card's gonna appear top right. I have had a run where I literally was applying a million melting. I don't remember even what it was called. Something with... I don't know, minus armor of the opponents. I don't remember, it doesn't matter. Exposed weakness. This is a yes. Because, is it a yes? Gonna make... Yeah, we're gonna take this. And this is a yes specifically for one and one reason alone. I don't want these. Let's see what we get. Multicast over area on frontal, not area on frontal, man. Multicast, we're gonna roll these. None of these. Agility 30% is a yes. It was like a magma build anyway, so we definitely don't want to. Multicast on frontal. Are you serious? Let's go crit chance. Let's go crit chance. I'm triggering a bunch of people here by trying to avoid these things. But honestly, as I said, I have done a magma run. Area of effect on the Conflagrate, right? Conflagrate, yeah, very nice. I have done a melting build, so that exists. It exists out there. It's mine. I've done it. Let's reroll. None of these, to be honest. Nope. 10% crit chance. I mean, I'm gonna take it. Why not? The good thing is that, well, first of all, a flamethrower definitely does something. It is pretty decent, and also Conflagrate does something. But the thing is, I want the Conflagrates to do a lot of things. I want it to be just a boom, 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 multicast one of them. I hate you. Let's go with a smidge of damage, I would say, and let's continue. Seems to be like we're not gonna fix our path into a specific. Here we go, Conflagrate. I'm gonna throw away the Thunderclap, I would say, but say if Thunderclap was burst and whatever else Conflagrate is to, yep, but it's not fire, and also at the end of the day it doesn't really fit the build, and also it reduces our DPS anyway. Let's get Fragility. Now of course, the Fragility is not going to be easily applicable in general with this build. If I kept the flamethrowers, it would have been, but I'm not. Let's go with damage. Let's continue with burning. By the way, once again, if you think and believe that I should actually go for the flamethrower because it's a powerful skill, first of all, comment down below, and secondly, it's mostly a thematic run anyway. Like, the idea here is, whoa, my PC almost exploded there. The idea is I want to do the Apocalypse build, really fitting with Christmas. As everybody knows, the boss just exploded. Did you see that? That was literally why I wanted that. Multicast area, perfect. We got our first actual passive that we care about. Explosion, kaboom. Level up. Area of effect on Conflagrate. Not really. I'm gonna buff them all together. Let's go with burn and permanence more. Roll these. These are mediocre. And our flamethrower. Let's go back. Area on fire. Perfect. This is by far the best thing. Anything that says the word fire as the main cutoff point is perfect. That's what I want. Fire, fire, and once again fire. 36% crit damage. And now that I got crit damage, I have to say something about a run we did a couple of days ago. I read a comment that I guess I want to mention here. I'm not gonna mention by name, so if you're gonna just be like, oh, I think he's talking about me, then yeah, you do that yourself. But I'm just gonna say, I read people saying like, person, I don't even know. I've read, just say that, I've read comments that said that when I do a Doom build, you know, XYZ build you're doing was mainly doing damage through Doom or debuffs, right? Like, or poison. Your main damage was debuffs. And therefore, you should not have gone with crit chance and crit damage. Well, that is 100% wrong. Okay, I'm sorry, there isn't really a discussion about this. There isn't 20% actually, let's go. There isn't really like an opinion about this. It's just straight up wrong, because the thing is that crits get, not crits, debuffs, area on combustion. Nope, not on combustion. Oh, combustion, yeah. Debuffs get actually, wait a minute, did I increase the area of that? Yep, I made a mistake and upgraded the conflagration at some point. Debuffs get actually affected by crit chance and damage. Debuffs can crit, burn can crit, bleed can crit, doom can crit, everything can crit, everything can get, you know, debuff damage, crit damage. So saying that, oh, your build was a debuff skill, oh, here we go, damage and burst. Your build was a debuff skill, therefore you should not have gone with, guys, I'm sorry, yeah, therefore you shouldn't really have gone with crits. Yeah, that's wrong, because, you know, the debuffs do more damage through crits. So it's as simple as that. I know I did like a whole point like around here. Explosion, please. Thank you. But yeah, that's what I wanted to mention. So just so you know. Now, you might argue, which is fair, that crits aren't good with them. I'm sorry, but my voice is like, I'm cutting out, guys. I just woke up. I'm sorry. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. I think I fixed it. My raspy voice. But the thing is that, yeah, I just woke up and I have to shoot this video right now. So right now, for me, it's 2 p.m. and the video has to upload at 4 p.m. So right now, if I lose this round, for example, we are done. I literally just uploaded this, not uploaded this, played this an hour ago, I guess. Anyway, from when you see this video. So what was I saying? What was I saying? Oh, let's go armor. What was I saying? Yeah, no, I'm kidding. I know what I was saying. So maybe you might be right if you tell me that they don't get affected much. Increasing the damage or the frequency or the area of effect or, you know, multicast or attack speed, you know, those effects are better for debuffs. You might argue that and say, yeah, crit isn't that good. But saying that crit doesn't affect them or crit is a bad build choice when you go debuffs doesn't make sense, you know, based on the actual mechanics of the game. Like, you can't really say that. That is not a thing. Let's go with area. But Sifd, you go armor and defense all the time to survive the game. Yes, but I don't think this build's gonna be that powerful. And right now, we're going with seeing big explosions. Look at this, the explosions become bigger and bigger. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. And I also want to make this ring huge, and then just everything explodes. We just need to get a bunch of cooldown. Like, we need these explosions to have a cooldown of 2 seconds, maybe 1. I mean, I should have said it the opposite way. Sometimes I'm literally saying something completely opposite of how you're supposed to say it. Multicast, of course, fire. Like, maybe we should get this down to 2 seconds, or maybe 3, you know, instead of saying 3 seconds, maybe 2. I don't know, man. Doesn't it make, like, didn't I say that sentence a bit weird? I think it felt weird, at least. Like, as if I haven't heard those, not expression, but I guess the style of talking, the expressivity of the voice being used in this manner. Like, from a good thing said for a better thing, right? I don't know if I'm even explaining myself good enough. It's really hard to explain what exactly I'm trying to say here. It's, yeah. I'm trying to explain somehow how my voice might have been heard, although we all know that you don't really can feel or understand what exactly you're giving out. I could go for Bloodlust. Should I go for permanent Bloodlust? What is this? This is... It has one same type with those. Does it have a different type? You know what? If I take this, it's gonna get the area type with these. Yeah, that's the similarity, the area type. And then the lasting with this. Yeah. And then therefore I could theoretically get lasting area or lasting power, which is useless, or lasting... Yeah, but lasting power is good for Bloodlust. I think Bloodlust is a good choice to start exploding a bit more. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with Bloodlust. That's also part of the apocalypse. Being able to, you know, explode more often. This is gonna multiply, because I just said that I would like to have the explosion have a 1 or 2 second timer. Hard to do though. But with Bloodlust it might be a bit easier. So let's try that. And also, as I said, if I also can get cooldown on these, would be nice. So frequency is a thing. No, frequency is not a thing. Multicast. Yep, nice. We just rolled multicast in area. Or area effect on area. I'm gonna say multicast, to be honest. On burst, by the way, not on area. Sorry for that. Explosion. Multicast seems a lot better to me, at least. Let's run it in. Dun, 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 dun. And we just got a 12 minutes match with the Pyromancer. What is this? Add 6 random skills, so fire, type fire, okay. In general, fire pyromancer here is considered trash, as far as I know. Frequency, no, this is gonna go down, I don't need to invest in it. Mini defense, I don't know. I have started deciding to don't fall into, you know, sunken cost fallacy. That means even if I reroll and when I find something that feels decent-ish, I'm gonna take it. I'm not gonna be like, you know what, I rerolled for something epic or something, or legendary and I just got a little bit of armor. No, I'm just gonna pick up the armor. Level up, reroll these. Area on Combustion, we're gonna of course take that. That is literally half the build. And now we just are missing 2 skills. Now, as we know, we might never find them. We might never find them. But the main thing, of course, for this build to now be, I guess, a success. Although, even if it's a loss, I would like to upload it because I really enjoy this. Look at the madness of explosions. Let's go with crit chance is to get the Bloodlust down to a 10-second cooldown, so it's permanent, and then have 4 Conflagrates. If I do those, then we're gonna be the Apocalypse. Let's go area. And if we don't, then I'm just gonna have the thumbnail being the Apocalypse. And now you don't know if I actually ever succeeded or not. Leviathan, the good one, and movement speed just trashed down to nothingness. Man, the explosions look so awesome. Like, I love it. I just straight up love it. Let's go with health. Damage, of course, was the choice there, but I don't want to butcher my movement speed, so we're just gonna go with it. Also, let's not forget that. No, I was about to say let's not forget that melting is another debuff that reduces how much damage we do, but no, that's wrong because opponents lose armor. So by definition, damage on area, we're definitely gonna take that. Definitely, this also makes the Bloodlust more powerful, and that's what I meant to say, right? Like, even if we get damage on Combustion, well, let's make the Bloodlust more powerful. If we get multicast, that would be the worst. If we get area, then that's really good for Combustion, right? Area on area, perfect. We're gonna go with apply even more fire, although we could have rerolled there. Yeah, let's hope. I would say something really great here. Let's hope that when we find skills next time, the passives behind them are going to be trash. That doesn't even make sense, thematically speaking, but whatever. And now that I'm looking at this, I start believing that if I throw away the flamethrower, I will not be killing anything anytime soon ever again. Let's roll these. Turn some movements, you know, I'm gonna take that. Let's go armor. Yeah, it really feels like if I throw away this 400 application of melting, we're not gonna be doing anything ever again. Area on one of them, not really. Let's roll these. Damage on area, we're gonna take that guaranteed. Roll this. Area on lasting, that's also a yes. I'm not gonna take any of these. Which of these two is better? The armor always. The armor is always the choice between those two, in my opinion. It's better to have a 5% chance to take 0 than taking 5% less damage, because a 5% chance to 0 can block a 2000 damage hit. 5% less damage taken is gonna not do anything for you. Let's roll. Damage on fire, very nice, very nice. By the way, the same example even goes with 2%. 2% chance to block is better than 5% less damage taken. When we're talking about small numbers, when we're talking about big numbers, for example, if you have 90, like, let's say 90% less damage taken and 90% chance to block everything, well, on those numbers, I would prefer to get another 5% chance to take nothing, or to take less damage taken. I would prefer 5% less damage taken than 2% higher chance to take 0 to block, so to speak. Because at that point, I'm like, well, 90% to block almost blocks everything anyway, while from 90% less damage taken to 95, well, that last 5% is practically I take half damage. Level up, damage increase, very nice. I'm gonna roll these. Expansive 15%, very nice. None of these, to be honest. Damage, nope, that's a reroll. Yeah, this is what I meant. I want to find trash. Yes, I found trash. We roll them. Nope, we didn't find the skill. Trash. Yes, I found trash. We roll them. Nope. Trash. I would say reroll them. Trash! Thermal, no, definitely not. Reroll them. No, we didn't find the skill ever, and we got trash. Everything together. Let's go Leviathan. Let's not be moving. Let's get armor, I would say. Let's roll them. Let's go crit chance, I guess. Let's go agility. Let's go health. How many levels did I get? Multicast burst. Very nice. Although there was a cooldown version there. Wait. Why is my cooldown so trash? Since when do I have such a trash cooldown? Let's go with area. Could have gone for crits though. Should have gone for crits, to be honest. But it is what it is. Flame him. Attack speed on the flame. Obviously, no, that's a reroll. I guess we're gonna get the... I don't know. 1% chance to block. 0.5% to block. Whatever the chance to block would be there. And honestly, my classic Sifd persona of... I'm not really a persona, that's my reality. this is what I want to say. I'm thinking about actually taking the flamethrower here. I'm thinking about really taking the flame. Let's keep the flamethrowers be bold of the build. Classic Sifd, what I was about to say. I'm pretty sure a lot of you that are old here, have been here for a time, know what exactly I'm gonna talk about. The fact that I say I'm gonna do something and I do something else. That's a classic case of Sifd. I have gotten attached to flamethrowers now. Now I do enjoy them so much. But if you said you have done this run, no, I have not done this run. And honestly, I should sometimes, you know, just not stick to my ideas. Like sometimes it's like, you know what, I want to do only combustion and then like for blood, what are these called, conflagrates, to see the whole map explode. But I'm seeing the whole map explode right now already. Like what I tried to achieve has been achieved. There is no reason to reduce my DPS on purpose. Like it just sounds stupid in my opinion, being like, okay, you know what, I don't want the flamethrowers per se, so let's actually throw them away on purpose, because I just decided that I hate them because I did a run already with them, right? Let's go with armor. Although you know that this is also a coping, not coping, I don't know, copium, I guess, because although I'm saying all this, what I'm saying, I also feel in the back of my mind, first of all, I'm seeing how fast opponents die. I should definitely not throw away the flamethrowers. Wait, is it different? Yeah, I think, ooh, and this is what I want to say. This is exactly what I want to say. That the moment that it's gonna appear, I'm gonna be like, okay, but I don't know what I actually want to do. I'm thinking about throwing away maybe this flamethrower and having another explosion. I just want to say that I wanted to see how much damage I do to bosses. But you know what? The one that I was melting died first, with a huge difference between the other one that I was not melting. So it's guaranteed the flamethrowers. I'm not gonna throw it away. I just decided the build has been changed. This was like you just saw the deciding factor right then and there. That was the moment Sifd had locked in his choices. So flamethrower is better because I can't control myself. I'm like, today we're gonna do a bad build, and then middle of the build I'm like, I can't really take myself to trash my own build. I can't sandbag myself on purpose. I can maybe avoid, I can avoid not getting good stuff, but I cannot throw away good stuff. That's what I'm trying to say, right? Like I have thrown away so many builds where the game has given me flamethrowers, not flamethrowers, like in other builds. Today this is like my first attempt at this. This is my first attempt. So normally when I'm doing things like these, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go Conflagrate today, and if my first 3 skills are not Conflagrate, or the first 2 skills are not Conflagrate, I'm just gonna straight up throw away the video and then try again. But today I tried to avoid that, as you saw. I tried to be, okay, we're gonna take flamethrower and later we're gonna throw it away. But now that I got to this point and see that flamethrower is actually, you know, completely busted and is practically carrying us, I'm like, I can't take myself, man. I just can't. I don't want to throw it away. It's just, how can I say this? It feels too good. Let's go with fragility. Let's go with reroll. Let's go with potency, of course. Of course, we're gonna go potency on that. And of course, we want a bit more attack speed, to be honest. This is still at 19% cooldown. What is happening with the Bloodlust level up? Agility. We're gonna move a bit faster. Although, it's not like we don't move faster. Man, I have to say, Conflagrate is awesome, though. I think we have 2 flamethrowers for the elites, for the bosses. And then we have 2 Conflagrates for the rest, pretty much. And, you know, after some thought, how retroactively speaking, looking back at it, how much more powerful could have been if I just picked up what I needed to pick up on the time I needed to pick it up, the flamethrowers. Like when I had the chance to go for the flamethrowers. That was a huge mistake. Whatever. Well, honestly speaking, the idea was going to be Fire Apocalypse, and it still feels like Fire Apocalypse. So in my book, this is a successful build. But if you yourself pointed out that it's going to be a successful build if you get 4 Conflagrates, well, guess what? Seems like I'm good at deciding goalpost shifting just so that I feel better. That's my self-analysis over here. Tomorrow, a YouTube gamer becomes a psychiatrist by randomly guessing his own personality. His own, I guess, characteristics. Although, honestly speaking, especially when I read the comments, that's when I start realizing, like, yep, that's, yep, I'm doing that. Before I do that, I'm just recording, blah, 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 having fun, whatever. And then when I read the comments, I'm like, yep, that's a thing. I mean, other than Bad Sifd, which I did, which I myself did like a meme on purpose, everything else, it's like, yours truly. Let's continue going around and seeing how this is gonna go. I definitely Hindsight 2020, should have taken the multicast and flamethrowers when I had the chance. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. 50% crit chance. Let's go. We're 80. We are at 80. And if the past just tells us anything, if we should look back in our history to not repeat itself, I mean, what am I even talking about? This will not make sense after I say what I'm trying to say. Yeah, we're not gonna get the last 20% of crit chance. It's just not gonna happen. We are just gonna stay at 80% for the rest of this game. That is how much our crit chance can be. Look at this guy, 800 plus melting. Another guy over there is just, okay, I take some explosions once in a while. You see the difference between the flamethrower? I mean, that was the most obvious difference between the flamethrower. That the explosions were happening to both of them. But the flamethrower, like, is just chucking away health bars. Yep, just chucking away health bars. Just melting the opponents away. While everything else explodes. And the main thing I want to say, you know, it's time to shift the goalpost, is now that Combustion is pretty much global, whatever is on the screen gets actually touched by the flame and then explodes from conflagrate? Conflagrate. This word does not make sense to me. Conflagrate. Can somebody do, like, is anybody in the comments like a word person and can do like an analysis on how this work makes sense? Like, I don't see, I guess flare for flame, but like great too much. Conflagrate, like, what does it mean? And how exactly does it make sense with the words of fire and flame? And I cannot see how you could guess what this word is. Like, even in a sentence, like, I'm gonna conflagrate this, the fire has been conflagrated, but I'm not gonna understand what the difference is between burned or, I don't know. Level up. Let's go with, I'm gonna say reroll less, and let's go for agility. Let's reroll less. Let's go armor. Let's go defense. And let's go damage. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, goalpost shifting. Combustion is global, therefore everything explodes. Therefore, I mean, this still looks like an apocalypse to me. That was the main idea anyway, getting the apocalypse build. Now, as for the plan with the Bloodlust, or Conflagrate, I don't see it happening. I just straight up don't. I don't see us getting Bloodlust be permanent. Although, wow, we are melting them. Get it? Melting. Flamethrower. Get it? I'm sorry. Damage on the flamethrowers, of course, for the first time ever. None of these. Let's go multicast. Let's go regardless. Let's go magnetic. Maybe should have gone with fragility, but whatevs. Whatevs. Level up. I'm gonna say damage, but lose a couple of movement speed. A couple of movement speed isn't even correct to say. Now, I'm applying 4 debuffs to opponents. That means I'm applying melting fire, fragility, and weakness. That means they take 20% less more damage. Now, what does Sifd mean with that? Well, instead of taking 50% more damage, they take 30% more damage, because for each of those debuffs they take 5 less damage from this this damage with your purity, which yeah, as I said, oh, shift, let's go, which makes them take 50% more damage, minus 5 for each debuff. Now, yeah, I could have just taken the one that says you do 40% more damage, but your area is 20% less. If I took that, then I could also have invested into, you know, all the other debuffs that get applied, like fire applies frost, and frost applies fragility, and fragility applies dazed, and dazed applies doom, or doom apply, like, as you see, I'm losing the train of thought here on how exactly they work. Why am I doing loops around this thing? Expansive on everything, very nice. We continue wanting to have huge area on area. Let's go. Which for this is, for some reason, isn't an area. I used to say this, like, why is Combustion not an area? I don't get it. It's lasting, yes, it's aura. Ah, it's not area, it's aura. I see. So it's in a, it's just in a category where it's alone. Like, that's the idea, that nothing is an aura. Area on area. Yep. Game is like, oh, you said something about that thing. How about I'm gonna push it down even more? Let's go with a bit of frequency here. Yeah, that's like from 70 to 14. I just got a 3-second duration. Not even, that's not even a 3-second duration. I guess it's percentage based, because you have to calculate how much it lasts in comparison to what the cooldown is, so that you can, you know, with clarity say it's permanent now. Let's roll these. Multicast an area. Still a game trying to push us in, not, you know, make us sad about the aura effect here. Is there another aura effect? I'm not sure how many more aura effects there are. I guess the other aura effect would be the slashing thing, the roundy round. I think that's lasting. I don't think that's aura. Should make it permanent. Nope. You know, what is it called? The spin to win. I definitely have a run with that, I'm pretty sure. Hopefully a card's gonna appear top right at some point, I'm pretty sure. I have done like a 5 or 6 spin to wins build. So if you want to see that madness. But is that an aura skill? Who knows? Who knows? Let's go here on the fire, because if the flame is not gonna be global, then what are we even talking about? Why are we here? Just to suffer? Honestly, I have to say, yeah, I was about to say that the conflagration alone did enough damage, but yeah, that's definitely not the case. What seems to be the case is that the flamethrower is burning opponents farther away from what the animation is. I mean, let's actually see. Let's actually see. Oh, is the animation the black smoke? That might be the case. This is dust might be the animation. Let's re-rollies. Well, no re-rollies today. Let's continue doing loop-de-loops around and leveling up. Frailty, that's really good for us. And just like that, the not so good build got easily to wave 3. By the way, do I explode around on top of me? I think I'm also doing explosions. Yep, I think I'm also doing explosions. By the way, seems like multicast realize seems like combustion. For some reason, when it becomes huge, it makes you have a dust around you. Like Dev, I don't think that's needed. Why does combustion have a dust particle in the middle of it that just becomes huge and covers you? Like, I thought the idea is here that it's like garlic, I would say. Of course, classic comparison with Vampire Survivors, but I think the idea here is, you know, the bigger the aura becomes, the less apparent it really is, because it covers the whole screen, therefore you're not really seeing it. It's like the classic phenomena of fish in the water thing. Like, it's so everywhere that you're not seeing it. But this is so everywhere and also literally everywhere. I can't see around my character. So something went wrong there. As you can see, instead of just saying my opinion normally and being like, you know what, I think it's bad that we're not visible, I'm just gonna go on a whole tandem over here and start explaining what I see with just a random, you know, whole argument about why this isn't good. Trying to, you know, make the small things bigger than they actually are. Multicast the flame, let's go. Sifd 20 minutes ago. Multicast the flame, don't do this to me, man. I don't want to keep the skill. Why am I so unlucky? I got multicast on flames. I'm like, yes, multicast on Conflagrate, because I don't know what the name. I don't really know what it is, so we're gonna just pronounce it however. Because whoa, look at this. It's 2 Alexizes. Let's go shift. Now I'm the shift master. We know that means, you know, the moment you pick up the 4th shift, you just know that you're gonna die and say, I should have shifted, I should have dashed. You know, the moment you get too many defensive options, then is when you're opening up yourself with, well, should have used those many defensive options, because otherwise if you have like 1 dash with a cooldown of, I don't know, let's say multicast area, let's say 0.5 or 1 second cooldown. If you have a 2 second or 3 second cooldown dash, then you use it either at the perfect moment, or you just aren't trained enough to use it at the perfect moment, right? But if you have, because I think that's like the thing, but if you have 20,000 dashes, well, you're spamming them so many times that you will die with a dash in hand, or, you know, you will be like, oops, should have dashed, I should have spammed the dash button, or you just use the dash and run into death itself. But I guess that also has to do with games, right? Like, I guess that also has to do with how a game is balanced and what exactly the plans, or I guess not the plans, the purpose of things that are in the game are the way they are. That's what it feels like, at least. You know what? I really enjoy the Conflagrate. What I do hate is not being able to press restart and become crazy. Yeah, what I hate is that I'm not really able to see around me, like, at all. This dust is my issue. The flames and the explosions, they are palatable. This dust around me is that's really tiring. Like, why is that a thing? Why is that? And the flame guy just melted. I'm sorry guys, I'm not good at creating new jokes on the spot, especially when they're so good. Wink wink. Let's continue going raw. Level up to, nope, none of these. Let's go with attack speed, although I have the crazy Bloodlust with 122% attack speed. When did that happen? When did I gain 120 attack speed? I should have gone for life there, by the way. 15 life, I think, makes a difference. Yeah, even when opponents do like 150 damage, well, that 15 life is 10% more chance to survive, more life to tank the hit. There are all these multicast area, we're gonna of course take that. The music is a bit repetitive, just a bit. Potency on the Bloodlust. Although people do enjoy the music a lot. Like, I've seen half and half. I've seen people that enjoy the music, and I have people that don't enjoy the music. Unbelievable, alright? People have different opinions on musics. Who would have thought? But in all honesty, what I try to say is that I think people that don't enjoy this music either find it repetitive, which I think is pretty much a given with these type of games, right? All these survival games have repetitive music. The other thing I would say, like, that's what I feel, I guess, for this music, is it feels a bit... maybe not this one, maybe not. I think the ice stage music feels a bit sad. I can't really put a pin on it. I'm not really good at explaining what I'm trying to say with feelings, but for some reason it makes me like feel like that. I don't know, maybe it's some repressed memories of something that I've heard and I have connected in my mind in a way that isn't really understood. Let's go with damage on area, and we got 4 bosses here that are actually getting destroyed by the flames. As you can see, we got 1,000 stacks of melting on Keithas, and yeah, Keithas is actually going down like a normal boss in this game, pretty much. She melted away. Let's zoomy roomy around, and you're toast to with. Oh, we got hit there, but we're okay. Still at 8 opponents destroyed. I don't really want any of these, to be honest, and let's go with 36 watt percent actually. Let's go. What is the cooldown on this? 2.2. That's a bit low. Not low, actually, a bit high. As I said, we want this to be down at 1 second if we can, so we can just see the true apocalypse, and most likely also a bit of photosensitivity epilepsy. So yeah, watch out if you have that. Once again, explosions and light colors and craziness. Potency on the attack speed, very nice on that. And yeah, I start feeling a bit tired. This does not have to do with the game. Like, I just opened a discussion about something out of the blue. People's Sifd is gonna be like, we're gonna be talking about the game, now we're gonna talk about something. Must be because I just woke up. Must be because I just woke up. It was like my first day after... I'm back to my home. I'm back at recording from my home right now for, I guess, a week or something. So I just came back. I went out instantly. I guess I had still a bit of a jet lag. Although, can you really get jet lag from... what is it called? I think it is jet lag, but can you get jet lag from taking a bus? Is that a thing? Is there a bus jet lag? Because I mean, I'm saying I feel and I think. Anyway, it feels like I got dizzy or nauseous on the bus, and from yesterday when that happened, I instantly went out with friends in a house playing board games and whatnot, and now you know, yeah, and then I slept at 6 AM because YOLO, I guess. Let's go with damage. And now I feel like super tired and I have to shoot the video. Which, by the way, the video itself is not burning me out like at all. Because people are saying, you know, watch out for your health and whatnot. Thanks for everybody that is concerned about me. I really, really, really appreciate it. But, as I said, the video itself is not the issue. Right now, the lack of power is the issue. The lack of energy is what I feel. Not that I feel down or anything like that. That is not a thing with me. I almost never feel down. I'm always happy-go-lucky, unless I'm super tired, when then I'm, you know, like most people, when you don't have energy, no matter what you are as a human, you're like, okay, I don't have energy, that is how I'm going to be like now. I'm gonna be a bit more, I guess, catatonic. The word might be strong, but I don't mean it in any strong way, you know, just a bit of a drowsy. I don't know. Let's just continue going around and seeing how long can the jet flame magma fire build survive over here. The fire apocalypse, flame apocalypse, the apocalypse. Oh, this is the ice stage I hate. The music from this stage. Wait, did they change it? I don't think they changed it, but I can hear like a sound. Sorry for not talking, by the way. It feels always so weird when I'm not talking. When I'm like, wait a minute, and then I just don't say anything. It just feels really weird. But yeah, I think the sound effects of my build is mixing me up on what exactly is happening. By the way, the opponents have 13 million life. Let's be a bit more excited today. And yeah, it's insane. Actually, it is insane. The opponents have 15 million life and we are actually burning them down. The thing is, I think we have slowly got to the point where I think, yeah, the madness is dialing down slowly. I'm trying to burn them pretty much all at the same time because they're in the middle there. Now, of course, here we are playing against Alexis. We're playing against Columneth. Not Alexis. I mean, it was Alexis too, but Alexis is unimportant. We are playing against Alexi, this guy, the poison guy, which fills the board with poison, and then you run over, you lose 22 life, just like that. Damage on area, multicast and everything. Another conflagrate damage on fire, and let's go on. So yeah, if you want to lose life for no reason, just because you walk around and your graphic settings is too much, yeah, that's Alexi for you. He's your man. He's gonna just slowly drain your life away. And then Chethas is gonna come along with the lightning, is gonna be like, I guess I'm gonna snipe you now, and you're gonna be like, well, another day, Chethas got me. And meanwhile, Chethas, by the way, is the lightning lady, and Alexi is the poison guy, and then there is also the ice guy, which is Columneth, and like that guy, those two, Columneth, the ice, and Alexi, the poison, those two just set up a million things on the ground. They nimble on your life away. And then just a sniper with 150 damage, a lightning strike comes along and just, you know, blows you out the water. That is pretty much how it goes. And then you also have those random times where this laser here, I was exactly about to say that, this laser here, this slowly turning towards you, trying to hit you laser, hits you, and also the shield slam. Man, I start getting used to these things. It's literally almost always the same on how exactly this goes. Of course, you gotta say, Sifd, that's the case, but Sifd, that's the case for any game. If you fight the same boss for more than, let's say, 50 times, I hope the playlist card is gonna appear at the top right now, because I have actually played a bunch of these. Yeah, after you play this thing a million times, you will of course say that every single boss does the exact same maneuvers again and again and again. But the thing is that for some reason, I guess maybe because they don't do that many things. Because, honestly, no, I'm gonna say that the buzzsaw has hit me less times, and it's less memorable that I got sniped by the buzzsaw, for example. I have gotten hit by the tracking laser a bunch of times. I have gotten hit by that specific lightning strike that I narrowly avoided. I have gotten hit by the stun of Alexi, for example. But although, or the shield slam for this guy, from Alexi is the shield slam, and also the other thing with the crystal. You see, now I'm slowly starting to just literally say all the moves. You see, I tried to disprove myself, and then I instantly proved myself as I was trying to disprove myself. Multicast this thing, which isn't really useful, but let's take it just out of principle. Like, yeah, of course I will get hit again and again by the same things, because I'm playing the game enough times to say that I'm getting hit for the same things. You can say the same thing for, I don't know, Elden Ring, right? You're gonna say, yo, Elden Ring, the bosses have smart mechanics and complex and whatnot. Yeah, if you fight the boss, though, for either the 50th time that you die from it, or the 100th time that you died from it, or the 2000th time that you died for it, they're gonna be like, okay, of course I died again from this, and this move. And then especially if you play the game again and again, like, let's say I died, of course, from a classic Chethas explosion. Let's try to have the settings a bit lower so it doesn't feel like I'm getting hit from random things. This dust around us is really obnoxious. Anyway, like, yeah, if you play Elden Ring and Death's Dark Souls or whatever a million times, like, let's say you have beaten it, and then you play it again, and you beat it again, and then you play it again, and then you beat it again, and you're at your 10th playthrough, therefore you have fought most bosses like 100 times plus, then you know which boss will kill you in which way. Like, of course, you might not be a speedrunner, you might not be, I don't die from bosses anymore, I still die from them, but you're gonna have one or two moves. At least that's what I think, right? Because I cannot know what other people possibly experience in games. I think other people learn differently, and I'm more of a YOLO guy, so maybe that is me. Whenever I start closing into knowing exactly what I should be doing and avoiding everything perfectly, I tend to become overconfident and then get hit. Although that might be a wrong assessment. Was that potency? I didn't even read the right side. That, you see, exactly. Right now I'm feeling so confident. I'm like, okay, the run's going on. We're going perfectly here. It's just we're chilling. And then I'm gonna just straight up get sniped from something random. Or I will just skip an upgrade that I should have taken. Or, you know, in general, I start becoming less and less trying to see. Although I think that's everybody does that, right? Isn't that the active memory? Well, not active memory. The active brain and the non-active brain. I read like... I saw a video from Ravi, Dota player here. Not Dota player, he used to be Warcraft 3 and now he plays Dota 2. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He said that he read a book. He should be like, I didn't read a book. I watched a video that said that they read a book. So yeah, he said that he read a book. One life, by the way. The sniper from the lightning. The snipe from the lightning once again hits us. And what the book said was, we're dead here, of course. You know what, I need to get away from this area. There are too many trees here, and if you dash towards a tree, your dash is gone. So, he read a book that said... And we have like 3 modes of operation. Now, how much I believe that or not is still up to debate, because if I don't gather all the information, I'm not sure about things I'm not sure about. You know, just watching a video is not gonna be enough. But still, we have... our brains have 3 modes of operation, and... There is the, I guess, the human brain, which is ×1 speed, the brain that thinks and tries to decide on things, you know, the classic mode of I'm thinking, or I'm you know, what is it called? I'm, I guess, trying to understand the data, or I'm trying to gather data, or I'm like trying to in general do something as a human. Then we have the monkey brain, which is 5 speed, which is the thing you do out of how can I say this? Intuition, I would say. Like, you just do it on your own. You know, I'm used to moving around right now. The dashing that I'm doing and just going around, or reading the skills really quickly while I'm still talking. You know, all of those things are happening in the back of my mind a lot faster, without actually thought into it. It's just, yeah, that's right, it's 5 speed. You know, something inside of you, would that be your subconscious or whatever, is just, you know, running the things. Therefore, it just happens straight up faster, 5 times as fast. And then you have the computer brain, which is pretty much your bodily functions and you know, reactionary things, like you touch a stove of fire, you instantly, without thinking, without even, you know, deciding. You know, right now I am thinking and still deciding, right? The thought process is very quick. I'm seeing green, I go for the green, I decide that. The mechanical mind, the computer mind at 20 times speed, you don't even have time for that, because it's like, whoop, this is dangerous, or like, oh, you have to dodge, or like, it's what you feel when you, for example, hear something, when you feel that something offends you, you just boom, it instantly happens. You don't even have the time to even process the information, like, at all. It's just instantly some kind of reaction just got triggered by the brain. Be that pull away your hand, be that I don't know, start having some kind of reaction that is literally not even, you know, possibly to be thought about. It's just, it happens before you are able to even realize that you already have done a thing, or you have already felt a thing. So at least that's how I understood it. I'm paraphrasing, plagiarizing, and everything you are not, you know, supposed to do when you actually provide data. But you know what? That's what the person I am. I am throwing away data all over the place, and if something catches your attention, then well, that is a success for me. Like, I don't know, I enjoy sharing information and trying to I guess convince convince that people that what I think about is awesome, I guess I would say. 275, right? Well, let's see, are we gonna survive here? Is it going to be a lightning from KF's because she is on the board? Is it going to be, what else do we have? Ice rarely gets the kill at the end. What else do we have? Tiagro, I don't know what Tiagro is that the Basso laser guy? We definitely did fire guy, which I think is easily avoidable. Fire should also not get us. It's most likely going to be Alexis with oh, there's a lightning here. He is Alexis with like a wave of spikes from the ground, or with a shield slam. Is Alexis the shield slam? I still am not sure who the shield slam guy is, and who the, maybe they're the same person, who the spin to win is. Yeah, I'm mixing those guys up. The spin to win, the shield slam, the spikes from the ground, the throws out a million, small projectile explosion, chaos. I guess I'm mixing up the chaos with the bash / skill guy, right? I think those are the types. The guy with the shield slam is the guy that does the spin to win. That would make sense because he's a slash boss. That could make sense. I'm waiting for the... Oh, we're gonna die from ice? No, 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 no. Let's not forget what we talked about previously. Ice is chipping away my life until I get sniped by something else. That is how... Okay, we almost sort of died there. Very nice. I'm really hating that these rocks and whatnot. I'm really hoping to see, and I'm really waiting to see the patch. I'm waiting and hoping to see the new patch. Armor, of course, doesn't make sense if you have literally 45 life. So yeah, I really hope to see the patch. I want to see the new bosses, maybe the new areas, maybe the new enemies. I want to have some replayability here. I don't know when I'm gonna drop this game. I definitely remember when I said, I don't know, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, hopefully a random god's gonna appear top right that doesn't even have to do with anything. At some point, I said, maybe the editor was gonna do like a crazy good job and find specifically where I said that, but I mean, obviously not needed. Anyway, so at some point I said that I got tired of this. Not tired exactly, but it's a bit repetitive. That's what I felt. And then, you know, just got struck with, you know what, I have some ideas about some builds, and from then I still have not stopped playing this. So that's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. I feel something, I do something. Ooh, let's avoid. That's also why I'm always like, I'm gonna do this, and this, and then I literally don't do any of those because gotta still decide at the last moment. Whoa, lightning almost got hit by the laser. Laser was not something I would have hoped to die from. Hey, look, it's Alexei. He almost got us. We're getting them slowly but surely. Whoop, ice, nope. As long as I have 4 dashes, ice is never gonna be an issue. Frequency, no. Multicast, frontal, let's go. The thing that we got at the very start of the run is back. As if it's here to haunt us. You know, now that I got it, we're gonna go down. Level up, not duration really. Let's see what we get. Damage on the explosion, potency on the attack speed and the movement speed. Thing. Hard version, ability. I don't know. Opponents have 150 million life. We just got a couple of kills here. I think the our DPS is going to be in the billions, of course, as we just literally are killing 150 million life opponents, so the billion is guaranteed. 100% did guaranteed. Now the question is, which of the two skills did the most damage? Conflagration or flamethrower? Conflagration are the same level, but we had flamethrower from the get-go. Not like conflagration are a lot higher in levels, but the flamethrower seems to be more powerful, and thus we shall decide. We died from poison. What a master move. Conflagrate was actually the main play, so I maybe was wrong with flamethrower, but it's still a bit hard to understand which of the two is the true culprit, because flamethrower cuts armor away, while Conflagrate just did a lot of damage. Maybe at the end of the day, I should have gone with Conflagrate, but I want your opinion on the following thing before you leave, because I know everybody leaves here at the very end. I have one question to you guys. Please be truthful. As much as you saw from this video, did you feel that actually Conflagrate was doing the damage, or did you feel like Flamethrower was doing the damage? If not felt, you know, how were you seeing things? Because I was trying to understand from other opponents lost life, and it felt like it was Flamethrower, man. Like, I saw the opponents lose more life when they had the Flamethrower, you know, debuff and started losing damage from melting. Maybe melting isn't counted here, which doesn't even make sense because the Flamethrower doesn't even do damage, like it just applies melting, so it's definitely counted. So I don't know exactly. It felt like flamethrower was the play. Maybe at the end of the day I was completely and naturally wrong. Maybe I should have gone with 100% Conflagrate, but you know what, it is what it is. Also, let's not forget that melting also reduces opponents' armor, right? Therefore Conflagrate was doing a lot more damage through the buff of flamethrower. Like, with maybe if I didn't have flamethrower, yes, I would have had 2 more Conflagrates, but maybe instead of having a Conflagrate DPS of 1,600,000, it would be like 1,000,000 flat, because, you know, the DPS didn't really increase, like the damage we were outputting overall because of the... I don't know. I'm just doing random. Like, my main way of knowing here would be to just do the same run with Conflagrate only. I can't really guess. I'm not good at it. That's why I'm doing these runs, guys, because I do want to see and know what it is, and sometimes that's why I also want to do only 1 item runs, but then on the other hand I also want to do 2 item runs. I don't know, I need more statistics. That would also help if we could see from where the damage came from. if the melting debuff was some kind, I don't know, I really don't know how the dev could implement that, but it would be awesome, you know, it would be awesome for people like me. I'm pretty sure I'm not alone out there where I want to know the data and understand what it was the good thing that was carrying us, because, you know, as I said in the video itself, sometimes people are like, crit damage doesn't work on debuffs, and you're like, it does, and we just can't show the debuff damage actually in the screen or whatever. So anyway, that is going to be it. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. If you want to see more, you can subscribe too. And yeah, thanks for all the Patreon membership supporters. Thanks for watching, and see you guys around.